Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, opposing counsel, Your Honor. Today we are gathered here to seek the trial of the defendant, Miss Olson, and in the third-degree murder trial of Therese Jameson. Miss Therese Jameson was killed after leaving the workplace of my client, Olson. She was found in the dumpster outside of her house in an alleyway. Now, in a third-degree murder case, you have to show, the prosecution is charged with showing that there is a need for my client to murder. They have to have a possible cause for them to murder them. And my client had no, there was no reason for my client to murder the poor soul of Miss Therese Jameson. My client must have had some sort of bad experience with her, which she did not. She fired her because she was late 4 times in 1 month, which in a restaurant can mean a big difference. Because if you're late 4 times in 1 month, you could be missing a bunch of clients, and you could lose a lot of money. So she tried to give her second chances. She told her many times that she had to continue, and she didn't. And when she tried to come back and beg for her job, she had already hired another employee, so there was no way she could give her job back. The prosecution gave us 2 witnesses. One, Miss Annie Jameson, who we showed had a, shall I say, storied past, getting into fights and stealing from her homeless shelter, which was her last chance from not being kicked out, and she risked that to steal, and she got into a fight. They also presented us with the police officer, G.J. Motes, who we showed through the letter shown by my client, Miss T, to the police officers, would have a reasonable cause to be biased towards my client. We presented you with the defendant, Miss T. Olson, and the meat delivery man, Sandy Wilbur. Both were in the premises at the time of the murder, and Sandy Wilbur confessed to not hearing any. There was nothing going on. There was no altercation. She let her out the back as to not embarrass her in front of Sandy. We also showed that there could be possible doubt in this case because Miss Danny Jameson was threatened by the gang member known as Big Dog Weed. He threatened her and her mother. Sandy testified to seeing a group of teenage boys outside the alleyway looking into the dumpster. So they were obviously in the area at the time of her murder. The brick that was used to kill the prosecution's client had 3 fingerprints on it that did belong to my client. I will not try to dissuade you from this. They also had 3 fingerprints that were unidentifiable, as found in the stipulations for this case. The unidentifiable fingerprints could have belonged to anyone. So they could have belonged to Big Dog, they could have belonged to any one of his gang members. They were in the area at the time. So it's up to you to decide whether or not you think that's enough doubt to either convict my client or leave her innocent. If you have any doubts whatsoever, you must vote in favor of the defense. Thank you.